Everyone, Matt here from Docs Running, and today we're going to do an episode of Should You Upgrade with the Asics Gel Nimbus 25 to 26. So this is Asics premium neutral daily training shoe. The version 25 went through some massive changes that moved it away from kind of traditional shoe design to the more kind of maximal stack height, above maximal stack height, rockered kind of shoe that this continued in version 26, and 26 is some mild changes, really an upper upgrade, some mild heel changes, and an outsole change. So the question is, should you upgrade or should you stick with 25 or buy it on sale? Hopefully this video will help you decide that. So let's start with specs first. So the new version in 26 is coming in at 10.7 ounces for men's size 9, 9.2 ounces women's size 8. The older version 25 is coming in at 10.2 ounces men's size 9, 9 ounces women's size 8. The exact same stack height between the two of them, 41.5 in the heel, 33.5 in the forefoot for men, 40.5 in the heel, 32.5 in the forefoot for women, with an 8mm drop on both of them. So that's exactly the same. But really the biggest differences are going to be the upper, the rear foot, and the sole. Although in my opinion, the sole is exactly the same, but we'll talk about this. So fit is the biggest difference here. So with 25, you might have noticed the forefoot really was kind of like tapered in there, kind of uncomfortably enough that it kind of bothered me. I was probably a little bit biased because I actually broke my toe last year, and that put a lot of pressure on it, so it made it a little hard to run in. I came back afterwards, double check, and after everything had healed, and yeah, it's still fairly, even though it looks wide, it feels really tapered up in the forefoot. The rest of the upper is totally fine. It's kind of got a normal width fit, which is probably pretty standard. Version 26 took that and really made a much lighter upper, and it breathes a little bit better. It doesn't feel as tapered in the forefoot, and just kind of more of a consistent fit throughout the upper. The forefoot's really the biggest difference in my opinion. The heel and the heel collar cushioning feel about the same, maybe a little bit lighter over here. The midfoot is still secured really well, maybe a tiny bit better over on this side, but that's probably because this version is newer, although I now have equal miles on them. But that's really the big difference, is going to be the upper. The other thing that changed is the heel, where they made some small geometry changes where, in my opinion, the new version is a little bit better. I think they took a little bit off and like reduced the heel bevel, just not the heel bevel, the heel flare, which Asics is generally known for, just a teeny bit, and made the rear foot transition just a little bit smoother in this version versus the 25. I have tested this wearing these specific shoes on each foot, and it does feel just a little bit smoother in this on the left, the 26, sorry, now that I have about 30 miles on this one and broke it in appropriately. So those are really the big changes. The outsole has changed supposedly, but honestly, the traction feels about the same, and the wear is happening at pretty much the same rate. So outsole's not that different. So to be honest with you, if the forefoot isn't bothering you, I probably wouldn't, and the heel isn't a big deal, I wouldn't upgrade. It's pretty much the same shoe. But if you want a better fitting upper and you want the heel treads to be just a slightly bit better, then maybe the version 26 might be a better option. But they're quite similar outside of those small changes. So again, hopefully it helps you make a decision and help you figure out, do you want to upgrade or not?